Welcome to this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live, the show which ensures that you profit from your time spent here with experts, either through their industry insights, information, or simply learning from them. And today we have with us Vijay Reddy, CEO of HireKo.ai, .ai, an AI-driven platform focused on improving how companies identify and evaluate talent. He has worked with startups and growing teams to design scalable hiring processes, and integrate AI into recruitment workflows. His work centers on solving inefficiencies in hiring, reducing bias, and enabling data-driven decision making. So we'll learn from him why is the traditional resume dying and how AI can actually make hiring more human, not less, and how conversational video interfaces capture nuance and empathy that text-based AI misses. Welcome to the show, Vijay.
Thanks, Ajay. Thanks for having me here. I'm excited to share my thoughts and why we have built HireKo.
Absolutely, absolutely. Welcome to the show, Vijay, once again. So let's first, understand a bit about, we will be talking about AI recruitment and much more. What I
Mhm.
said in the introduction. But before that, let's talk a bit about your journey, your background, so that the audience knows who they are listening to.
Sure. Yeah. I'm an engineer who has 20 years of experience in the corporate field. I have earlier built companies relevant to consulting on software services. Like I have built a company and sold it before, but with the previous company's experiences and the problems they had, that led me to build HireKo. So I always feel there is a huge gap in recruiting. It's across the industries, like any, it's not only just IT. You take any industry, we always hear like hiring is like a hell pain. So that led me to build a HireKo using AI. So
Absolutely. So what? Carry on.
right now
Carry on.
based in Dallas, Texas, and the HireCo is here to solve the problems in recruiting all over the world. It's just not in North America. We are focusing more on India and Middle East countries.
Absolutely, absolutely, Vijay. So how are you solving that problem, and how is HireCo solving that problem? When you say that resume is dead, in that backdrop, help us understand. How is your company helping?
Yes, so that was a good question, Ajay. The thing here is like normally from ages, how anybody can get hired is through resume. Somebody has to has to make his resume and like submit his resume to the companies where he gets evaluated based on the resume. But in this world, making a good resume is very easy with the AI. So how can any company judge just based on the resume? So what we thought was like if we break the hiring into three segments. One is resume filtering, second one is the interviews, third one is analyzing the interview. So what we have done is like instead of just evaluating somebody with a resume, we created HireCo as a conversational AI agent who can talk to the people just like humans. And then once they talk to the candidate, the hiring manager or the talent acquisition team can look at the video and they can look at the metrics, how he performed, and select him rather than just the resume. So for us, resume is a old age. The AI, conversational AI, is the new norm and is going to be in the future.
Absolutely, absolutely, Vijay. Help us understand this whole conversational video much, in a simpler way for the audience. What does a conversational video mean, and who will employ this? Do you think employers want this? Hiring managers want this? Something better? Will that take more of their time?
Yeah, right. So what happens in general, like any HR manager or any talent acquisition team, when they have a job role, they publish it in the social media and they get like hundreds of resumes. As a human, we can't look at each and every resume and see who is better for this job. So what they do is they just look at like 10 to 50 resumes, and based on that, whoever fits in, they call them for the interview, which takes a lot of time because there are n number of things which happens. The HR team is not well equipped with the technical perception, and the technical team should be available to evaluate the candidate. So there is a whole 9 yards that have to go through. But with this HireKo, what we have done is any HR person or the talent acquisition team can just give the name of the job role. The AI creates the job description for them. It can customize it for their requirement, and then it creates a boundary, and it fetches the resume from the all the social media like LinkedIn, Dice, Indeed, Naukri, everywhere, and it compares the resume with the job position, ranks them, and based on the customization, it can schedule the interview, and it can take the interview. When I say take the interview, it's going to be just like how we are talking. It's like human to human talking here, AI agent to the human talking, and it will have a face associated to it, so the candidate won't feel anything different. He'll feel like somebody as a person talking. Like an AI agent takes the interview and give the analytics to the HR person. So within like one day, like not even one day, within one call, 100 interviews can happen. But the same thing, when we do it with the humans, the old tradition, it takes not less than, I think, 4 to 5 days. Here we can do within 1 hour. So that's where we solve the problem. Within 1 hour, when we do it, it's saving the cost to the company, saving the human effort, and also we are getting the better candidates. One thing I can tell you is we are not here to replace any humans or HR people or talent. We are just an enabler which helps them to perform their job more effectively.
Absolutely. So the candidate will be human, but the recruiter, the first line will be, agent, AI
Right.
agent.
Yes.
How will the AI agent know that the on the other side it's not another AI and only the real human? How does that work?
Right. So here in the way the hierarchy is built is, so when we talk to the candidate or the person, so first we'll assess his facial expressions, his head movement, and his physical things. That's the first check what we do. And in between, we have built such a way that AI, the if it's a AI agent taking the interview, it can easily find out. Like just for an example, in between random, we'll just ask show the number 5, or we will ask the random questions just to evaluate how he is, like is it a human or AI agent. So we have some customization which you can easily catch if it's an agent or not. See, one more thing why we built HireKo is we want to remove the bias as well as the judgment. Like there should not be any judgmental in selecting the candidate, like whether he's from which country, like his color, the time of the interview. Those things we want to remove using HireKo.
Absolutely, Vijay. So, is HireKo more for the candidate or more for the, hiring managers and companies?
Actually, it's both. It helps both the people. It's like a two sides of the coin. For the companies, it'll make them to interview the candidates in a faster way, in more efficient way, and getting the right candidate. As well as for the candidates, it'll help them to get interviewed without any bias. When it meant without any bias, in the sense, like as I said, if 100 resumes comes in, nobody is going to check the 100 resumes. They'll just top 50, they'll select the top person. But instead, here, all the top 100 guys, 100 resumes get looked upon and get interviewed. So candidate get the fair chance to get interviewed. So it's a
Absolutely.
win-win for both the sides.
Absolutely. So when you talk about, that AI, you can fake a text chat, but you can't fake a real time video
Mhm.
conversation.
Right.
Help us understand that better.
So see here, like right now, imagine like you have like resumes. How do you know that resume is the right resume? How do you know that person whose name is in the resume is the one who is taking the interview? So in HireCo, what we do is the first check. We will evaluate the person, whether it's a real person or not. We will evaluate his credentials, like license, passport, like his physical like check we do. That's the first check what we do. Second one is we'll have a video interview wherein a resume we are attaching his face so that you know he's the right person who has submitted his profile. And third one is instead of reading through the resume, here you look at the video, you will get the summary of the interview with the metrics. So these three things combined, you will have the right things to judge a candidate or like to select a person. So that's how we differentiate.
Absolutely. So, Vijay, does this work for all industries, all sectors, or only few sectors? Because every job will have a different sort of a requirement. Some
Mhm.
people might candidates may not be comfortable in video, but very comfortable in working in real life. How have you taken care of those things?
So right, like when we launched a HireCo year back, we are not just limited to one industry. We have a truck drivers company interviewing for the truck drivers. We have the health practitioners getting interviewed. We have nurses who are being selected. It's just not for IT companies. It's for across the industries. Like we have a client who selects the people for the restaurants. So we're not limiting to just an industry, specific industry. We have clients spread across all the industries.
Absolutely. So,
So
what is the level
yes.
of rollout at the moment, Vijay?
So right now, what we have done is we have rolled out to like North America, where we have all the industry. Like we are targeting the healthcare, retail, and IT, and also automotive in North America. We have few clients using from Middle East, especially from Israel, though they are in war. So we have a client who have been using in Israel, and we have few companies from India who are using like very rapidly. They are like using this product in such a way that like per hour we consume like almost like 8 to 10,000 minutes of interviews are being consumed. So that's
Right.
the success rate what we are seeing.
Where do you want to go ahead with the rollout?
See
What is
what
the
we
plan with your
so
with that?
what we want is we want the industries to welcome this change as well as experience the product. So how we are rolling out here is we are not forcing upon any company or we are not doing any sales for the companies to use it. What we are saying is take this product as a pilot, experience the product. like once you like it, once you see the value in it, then we can look at the like a contract and the agreements. So we want companies to experience the HireKo and then take it to the next step. And I'm like we are seeing uh, at least every day like 5 to 6 inquiries on this. And the best part is the interviews can happen in 19 languages. Like we have English, Spanish, or like any like other languages. So we have like customized to use it for 19 for 19 languages. So
19
that's the best
languages.
part. Yeah, 19 languages. So that's where we make a difference.
Absolutely. So, uh, in terms of uh, funding and all, what's the
Mhm.
adoption rate right now? Are you looking at funding? Have you already got funding? How
No,
does
it's
that
so it's
space
right
look
now
like?
it's all bootstrapped. So as a founding team, myself as a CEO takes care of the bootstrapping, and I have a CTO who is based in Seattle in US who takes care of the technology front, and we have a few advisors who takes care of the industry's perspective. So right now we are not funded, but definitely down the lane we'll be looking out for the funding, for the pre-seed funding.
How do you
Where
see
like
this?
the reason why we are looking out for the pre-seed funding is to expand it in a more aggressive way.
Right, right, Vijay. How do you see this whole, recruitment trend going forward? Is video the thing that is going to be the next big thing?
Yeah, it's already is like and it's gonna be. It's like any company which haven't adapted to this is just like today or tomorrow. You have to adapt to this. And I believe for any company, the first stepping stone for the success is the hiring. If you have the right employee and right mindset, definitely companies will succeed. So I feel like most of the companies are encouraging this and adopting to this technology.
Absolutely. So, in this case, in HireCo,
Hmm.
it's mostly the candidates who are approaching the companies.
Hmm.
What about managers and all those people approaching candidates? Will they then send their video resumes to the candidate or their job
No,
descriptions and
no,
understand
no.
it?
It's like this. Like for example, it's like a how do you have a sound when your two hands clap together, right? So here the candidates and the like companies have to both reach out to each other. So what we did was one side on the HireCo, we have the video interview where we can source the right profiles, filter it, have a conversational interviews, and then provide the analytics for the companies. For the candidates, what we have built is called something called network, where it's called universal candidate controller, where candidates can create their own podcast talking to a AI agent and then publishing it on the LinkedIn as well as in the HireCo network. So if if it's a HireCo client, there is a network portal where he can just see all the videos of the candidates. So if he wants to select like a architect or he wants to select a CEO, he just needs to type, he'll get the right candidates whom he can watch the video, call them for the next interview. That's what we have built. So I'm really very confident that we are solving a very big problem, like for the companies as well as for the candidates.
What happens to platforms like LinkedIn and so many other platforms across the
See,
world?
LinkedIn, right? Earlier, it used to be like a networking for the professionals. Right now, if you look at it, it has reels, it has more marketing. So, definitely, HireCo is going to use LinkedIn as one source of marketing, like one platform for marketing. So many people can use LinkedIn and come to the HireCo to get interviewed or to get a job. But I think other platforms like Naukri, Indeed, Dice, everything will go away because they're all like a old school. They just have resumes. Now the new norm is the like a video profiles.
Right.
So think like this: if you know a person by face, the first check mark of trust is built. So that's a winning thing.
Okay. Let me understand it this way.
Mhm.
What is the biggest challenge that you are facing right now with growing HireKo?
See, rather than a challenge, it's everyday adaptability. So earlier, people like definitely security is one aspect where everybody is worried of, but HireCo is a SOC 2 compliance, ISO 27001, and even GDPR compliant. So we have taken care on the security front. Like we're all like everything is secured, and enterprises or the companies doesn't need to worry about that. The like in the AI world, every day is different. So adapting to it and making the changes is the toughest thing what we are facing right now. But we will win this race.
Absolutely. What about people are worried about, anthropic mythos that
Mhm.
it might lead to a lot of vulnerabilities, finding out 0 day vulnerability by the time everything gets stolen.
No, I don't see. It's just like this. We have in 1999, 2000, we had a .com thing, and then Y2K. After that we have overcome that. After that there came a cloud phase where we had like AWS, Google GCP, and then Azure. All the companies went through that. Now is the AI phase. So definitely infrastructure security makes a big role, and we are up for it. Nothing to worry.
Any targets that you have set for the company, Vijay?
No, so we are targeting small to medium scale companies rather than the large companies where HireCo makes will make a big difference. It's like any dollar saved or any dollar efficiency or any dollar efficiency it will save the jobs. So
Absolutely. There's so
right
much
now
to
that's our target.
Absolutely, Vijay. There is so much to learn about all this, and I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of companies would want to, a lot of candidates would want to connect with HireCo, connect with you, learn. Even a lot of investors may want to connect with you. What is the best way for them to use HireCo as well as for investors and all those people who may want to connect with you?
So for the candidates or the companies who wants to explore HireCo, they can visit HireCo.ai, and if they want to experience the interview, they can like visit play.hireco.ai and feel how the AI agent takes the interview. And for the VCs, if they want to reach us to us, like I'm available. Like they can reach out to me through LinkedIn. Like they can just visit HireCo.ai where they can find me as a co-founder and CEO, and they can connect with me. And I feel like there is a big room for like utilizing HireCo. I encourage everybody to visit HireCo and play with it, experience it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Play with it, experience it. That's the future of hiring in tomorrow, in tomorrow's time. So, with this, it's a wrap on this very special edition of the KJ Masterclass Live. Thank you so much indeed
Yeah.
for joining
Thanks,
us.
Ajay. Thanks for having me here and letting me talk about HireCo. Thank you.